There we go, I'm clipped in. Let's get out of here. Well, not really going far at all. First live stream on YouTube for many months, I think. You might notice a few changes here and there. Should all be pretty good though. Alrighty, if I've got tunes in the background, if the tunes are too loud, let me know. I can up and down those. But I need something to play. It's royalty-free music playing in the background, it's just some tunes. I'm gonna crank them up a little bit louder. Again, you guys are driving the show, so let me know if that's too loud, too quiet, and we're good to go. But the ride-ons are coming thick and fast already. I'm aiming at the 47k loop. It's, as you can see up there, 8:55 PM, so it's pretty late. Why am I riding indoors? Because it's 3.2 degrees. So, tons of chat coming through already. I'll try and keep an eye on those when I can. Clive Keane asked, what am I riding today? Yeah, 2018 Kicker. Yes, still the Kicker. And the Climb. Yes, the Climb. So you'll see me go up and down and start complaining a little bit soon. So the avatar looks like me. It does that small. I've also got my phone here. So I got the, oh, there goes the Climb. There's Zwift Companion app running there. So if something interesting comes through on that, I can show you guys what that's all about. But we can even trickily switch to Twitter, as we all do as we're riding along. Check what's new on Twitter. If anyone sends a shout out on Twitter, let me know. I can flip screens. We can have a look at that. No DMs, no PMs. They're on the internet for all to see. Alright, back over here to the companion app. We can also go full screen for when the going gets tough. So Baconator S asks, which course am I doing? This is the longer 47k one. I'm going to have a go at it anyway. We'll see how far we get. But let me know how the setup looks. I've got the new live stream thing happening here. Screen switcher, bit of info on the screen. Westworld picture I've posted up on Zwift was pretty cool a couple of weeks ago. Was it weeks ago? Last week. We'll go past that Westworld sign in a minute. I haven't got the fans on at the moment, but I'm going to crank them now. You shouldn't hear that. No sheep patrol today, mate. It's too cold. Way too cold. We'll make up for it though late night here. Bit of a makeup session this one. I didn't do much today at all. I think 3 coffees was about it. And tinkering around with a bit of this new tech. It's all come together pretty well. I never knew you could hold that many USB devices off one machine. But it's all hanging together. Nathan asks, is it clockwise or anti-clockwise up the hill? Over on chat here, it's well, it depends which way you look at it. From the map, it's anti-clockwise. From my anti-clockwise. That's the first one. It's the steep section first. We're heading up. Clive asks, have I used the Kicker 2018 with Apple TV? Is Cadence still via the companion app? No, mate, I haven't had a chance. Haven't gotten there just yet. Look at this lineup of riders we've got. It's on. Frank asks what trainer I'm on. I'm on the Kicker 18. So it's nice and quiet for the live stream. Clive's just back from a 25 degrees C outdoor ride. Clive, mate, we don't want to know. We're jealous. No, 3.2 is the outside. Do I use recovery drinks? Yeah. Chocolate milk's always good. Iced coffee. Oh, the hill's kicked in already. So while the hill kicks in, I'll try and sort out the live chat. Just scrolling off the screen a little bit. There. What can I do with that? Let me see if I can do some on the fly hacking of the live chat window. There we go. Got it nailed. Somewhat. Oh, that just kicked up to, where's the percent? 9. Okay, fair enough. Okay, there we go. Your chat shouldn't fall off the screen there. They should definitely be on the screen here. Back onto the recovery drinks, Clive. Yeah, for sure. Protein. A couple of scoops of that after a hard session. Patrick asks if they're going to add that nasty section to the game. Maybe. Maybe. It's not there yet. This is hard enough. Like my handlebars are hitting the table as it is. I'm going to need some more real estate. There we go. We're good. Note to self, don't stop pedaling on a hill. Going for no jerseys tonight. As long as I keep this one on, you're all fine. Have I joined Zwift Academy 2018? Well, about 5 minutes ago I unjoined. I had to join it the other day for a group ride, I think. No, I don't have time to do all the workouts. Cliff gels tonight. Bananas. Oh, this hurts. This is not pleasant. First up. By the way, you can see the subscribe. You can pat the llama as well. Make sure I can pat my llama there on the side. Also, live subscribers there. Shout out to the person who just unsubscribed from the channel. These live streams do, I guess, send notifications at any time of the day. Baconator asks my current FTP. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Tend to steer clear of FTP tests if I'm not racing or training hard. So 47 Ks of this. Well, it's good to knock out the hard section first. Then we'll make the call later on whether we continue on with it. Brandon got some Zwift mittens. Awesome. Me too. Rocking the old school ones tonight though. Now this section of the course where it gets steeper, if you haven't knocked off the 100k an hour challenge in Zwift, find a group and descend this side. It is so fast. think probably 10 or 12 of us maybe the other day all got, oh, the climb's just gone up. Got our 100k an hour unlock with hardly even pedaling. Bang! It's on. So I call this the Gera side of the hill because Nathan's just joined us, and he was wondering which side of the hill was the best one to go up or the easiest one, and it wasn't the side Nathan went up the first time. So Nathan, this one's for you. Social Spinner's borrowing a Lamont for Zwift. Any feedback? Will it be good? I love the Lamont. Great trainer. Really, really good trainer. It's non-interactive though, so there's no resistance change on it, except when you change gears. But just the feel of it, let me know how you go once you first jumped on it, and just tell me what the pedal stroke. I think it's pretty damn good on the Lamont. I could almost write, if you see my watch disappear on the bottom there, that's the climb going up and down. So consider that the, how steep I'm actually riding or not. Oh, we've got a walker. Look at the calves on that guy. The Lamont is one of the noisiest trainers for sure. Still, oh, there we go. Okay, if you can see my watch in the live stream, you know it's going up a hill. The white dots you're seeing there on the mobile phone, all other riders on the course. If we drop a thumbs up bomb, that should give thumbs up to a few randos coming either direction. No Zwift Academy for me. I'll do some of the social rides. Von, my wife, is doing it. She's been up early this morning, earlier the other morning, getting those sessions knocked out. Guy L asks about a Kicker Core review coming soon. Yep. What's the date? 11th. Give me exactly 4 weeks on that. There's a lot piled up to get through. Social Spinner asks what Zwift Academy is all about. It's kind of changed a little bit. The PR and the marketing of it early on, well, the first time it was run, and it's still the same this year. Heaps of people all doing a structured training plan of such, group rides, ticking some boxes, and then a few riders are chosen at the end of that as standouts, and they might go pro. I think it's more about the community though, grabbing a hold of something they can all do together. There's a lot of people on those group rides. 14%. Wow. But it's a tough one for Zwift Academy. It's not just about watts. Bike racing is about a lot more than that. Watts is one component. Racecraft, networking, it's all who you know. Oh, okay, if you can see my handlebars, things are nasty. Luca, I'm on the Kicker 18. When I get a few more cameras set up here, I'll be able to cut to this, the camera shooting at the the trainer I'm on, because it's a common question. Does it feel like the real thing? Asked Kona 6812. Kind of. Kind of. It still hurts all the same. I just can't turn around and see the hills. Oh, well, not easily. We can kind of camera angle number 6 and have a look. There's the ski jump back there. That's one thing that's different though with the real world. You can't, the real world you can have a bit of a rest and take in the scenery, but this stuff, it's just about the wants. You know, I can actually put marks up and down my arm about what percentage I'm on, and you'll see me go, you'll see them be revealed on the live stream there. Let's bump over the chat, it's getting pretty busy there. 15%, yeah. Patrick asked, what trainer difficulty setting am I on? About 80% on the trainer, 100% on the climb. No, it's not cheating, because moving energy is all the same. Hot topic this week on Zwift Riders. A lot of confusion about the mislabeled trainer difficulty setting or intensity slider or something. It should be called gear ratio selector or hill simulator. Because anything other than a smart trainer is effectively on 0. And trainers that can only go to, say, 12%, then they're never going to be able to get to the 100% other trainers can. Mass confusion and sort of, well, not a lot of clarity around what it does. So 100% on a kicker snap is different to 100% on a kicker core or a kicker direct drive. So there's no 100% machoist. There's no, someone took me apart, thought I let them down that I wasn't on 100%. I think my answer to that was, I've raced for years, trained hard for years. I'm not here for the heroics. I just want to ride my bike. If I'm on the Lama, it's 0%. It's all good. I may do a refresh video on that just to make it absolutely clear for everyone coming in this new trainer season. Or Zwift could just rename the little resistance variability. Yeah. Even then, variability of what? I think the biggest hurdle there is the fact that there's game reality, which never changes. So the 10% you're seeing on screen there, my avatar is still governed by that 10%, 13% now. Whereas here, I'm a little bit lower than that. And the game is the one that matters. Yeah, Zwift need to address this with the climb. Do they put, yeah, 15%. Do they put resources into just supporting one piece of hardware that only a small subset of people have? Or do they focus on resources that affects everybody to have a more positive gameplay? The slider could be an episode on its own. The slider needs about 3 hours. I've got an idea to show on Watopia the effect of the slider, and using this setup here, I can do a real world example run through and show that the slider has 0 impact. So anyway, more on that soon. Knee pain slider. Nice one. Kenneth calling in from Norway. Now here's a test, Kenneth. Is it warmer outside in Norway than it is here in Ballarat? You can see up here I've got 3.2 degrees Celsius outside. Let us know what it's like in Norway. I bet you it's twice as warm. World selection, will we ever see it? We have to, It's a no-brainer, it's got to be done. As for when, I seem to spin very slowly when climbing, says David. He thought it was better to spin higher like Froome. Yeah, Froome's not live streaming and talking. Froome's racing. So I've had a few people critique my style. This is different. This is just chatting, chilling, getting it done. 12 degrees Celsius. Warmer in Norway than it is in Ballarat. Down under. Who'd have thought? So yeah, back to my stats up here. Just come for the ride, don't worry about the stats. Alright, we're halfway up already. This is the hard section, halfway done. Brilliant. Now I don't have any feedback playing at the moment, so I can have just a cool head. Let me know if the tunes are coming through or whether they're too loud. As for the taste in music, that's all mine. It's about 100 in California. California's on fire. Or was. I've been seeing a bit of that in telly. Well, hey, we had a sub bump. That number down there is live. Actually, I won't point at the Lama there. I'll pat him in the back. There, over the other side there. That's live. That'll update if you're not subscribed. If you hit subscribe and you're not a subscriber, that'll bounce up. Will social spinning get addicted? Well, it depends what you get out of it. If you get some good training, have a bit of fun, of course you will be. Up goes the climb. 15. Some up-tempo free music. Not that motivating. Have I ever fallen off with the climb? No. I've fallen off my bike outside many times. The climb, it doesn't change the balance. Like so, standing up on the thing. Is the climb worth buying? Worth and value are two topics I usually steer clear of. I'll give my experience on it, and if it's something other people want, go for it. So it sort of differentiates, actually that's what does differentiate my content, is that I'm not selling anything. So is the climb worth it for me? Yeah. I don't want it taken away. If that's any indication. What do I have in my back pockets? Asks Thomas. Let's have a closer look at that. From the angle that chops my head off. Can't really get much of a look, can we? They are ride-ons. You can see them poking through there. So if you have the companion app, you can give someone a ride-on, or if you do something like this on screen, you'll see a ride-on float down and land in Teachin's pocket. Bam, there we go. As you ride along and get more and more of those, your pockets expand. So that's what they're all about. Hang on, lots of chat going on, things are getting blurry. Ryan's got himself a Kicker 18, awesome. A few race wins too, brilliant work. Racing on Zwift's a little different than racing outside, but the effort's still there for sure. Is the Wahoo fan worth buying? Again, we're on to the worth value question. Your call. If you're a millionaire, if money doesn't matter, sure. If you're a student, probably steer clear of it. It's a premium product. It does move a lot of air though. So as a solution, I love it. Everything else, it's expensive. But great fan, like really. For that much room, I mean, if you've seen the video that I've done, it moves a lot of air. Jean, watching from Germany, and has the beers. Had a great few weeks over there in Germany with Ray. Would love to get back over there. Reminds me a lot of home, the farms. South Germany there, smells like grass. All the cropping and stuff. Good stuff. Which time am I going for, Nathan? I just see the... Chris is asking about the Elite Dorito or the cheaper kicker. Both? I haven't given the new kicker a full run for its money just yet. The Dorito I have, it is exactly what it is. Mid-range. It's a few catches with the Dorito. It's slowing that flywheel speed down for erg mode. Other than that, it's a good trainer. Super accurate. Whose time am I beating though? Nathan, I can't. ETA 23. Let's keep it 23 flat, okay? Do I think Zwift will ever support combining power sources over BLE? So P1s and Asiomas are fully supported. Zwift have to properly support BLE first. I don't think so. I think it's more up to the companies to make a single channel BLE stream for both left and right. What team have done it? Talk to me in 2 days about some of the others you've mentioned. But no is the answer for Zwift. Woo, down we go, up we go. Keeping it at 23 flat. So just managing that now with the wattage. Got a little bit up my sleeve. What I'm looking at is hitting the comm at 800 meters at exactly 23 minutes. The ETA is just below that at 300 watts. Rumors on the course selector. Go the hack for now. Pray for the rest. Who knows? We have not heard. The community is screaming for it though. Alright, as it flattens out, I've got to keep that power up to keep that estimation on track. We're good. It's pretty easy to manage that ETA. Here's our friend Chuck. $200 to go. No sprints. It's too late for that. We wanted 23 flat, didn't we? Oh, I can't come under. That's all right. See, within 8 seconds of managing that destination, that's not bad. The ETA is correct. It's based on current power, not speed. That appears on Zwift for those. Bowling Shane. You're either from the UK or from Australia with that. Raymond says, thanks for the content about e-cycling and Zwift. No worries, mate. I enjoy it, so that's why I share it around. Alright, how many other Zwifters do we have we can give a thumbs up to? There's a couple there. Right on. Thoughts on Virtua Pro / Zwift? Virtua Pro have it's not to be confused with Virtua Go, although there is some crossover there. Virtua Pro make a smart bike. Zwift appear to have licensed, as reported over on dcrainmaker.com. So, looks like they're going to have to diversify away from software at some point. Peloton have done it. Peloton just raised $550 million, market valuation of $4 to $5 billion of Peloton. If Zwift can take a small chunk of that from the sporting side rather than the fitness side, they'll do quite well. But to do that, they've got to break down the barriers. One of those being how difficult it is to set all this equipment up. And if, like, most people who watch this channel, we're sort of up to a certain level now. We know what a direct drive trainer is or a climb. It's just the small details about setting them all up and the differences. For someone coming in fresh, this stuff's hard to do. Peloton are eating that market like nothing else. So, if Zwift can have a bike, good on them. How that impacts the rest of the companies, I don't know. More competition means more toys for us to play with, though, for sure. 176 heart rate and I can talk. Yeah, that wasn't something I was liked much for when we were racing, either. Because you get someone in the bunch who's totally in the box and you're talking to people, just race banter. And you get a mouthful of you talking, you're not going hard enough. Good race story up Mount Hotham. A few years back in the Tour of Bright, someone said that to me. And he was just hanging on. He was not happy that we were having a chat between a few teammates. So racing's about more than just what's so we attacked. Sometimes you've got to be a bit of a prick. So we unhitched him. So he was right, we weren't going hard enough. But that's racing though, I mean. It's a lot of race stories that aren't pleasant. But once you're over the finish line, it's all good. Rick asks where the calibration tool has gone for trainers. His has gone. Rick, just make sure you're pairing to the FEC trainer. That will only come up on the screen, that little tool, if you're pairing over FEC. So just make sure your controllable trainer and your power source is FEC, say for a kicker, snap, and it should be there. If not, use the manufacturer's app on the phone. I think that beard hair is slowing me down on the aero tuck. We have to come back up this side next lap. Patrick states someone needs to make a viable, affordable gym bike to get Zwift into local gyms. I think people, Zwift was all born around doing it at home. By the way, the music is sort of pumping through. If the music is too loud for my chat, just tell me to down the music and I can get that done. Actually I will, because I can hear it myself. I don't think Zwift, they're going to struggle to get into the gyms for cycling. It's all focused around the home single user. You got things like account management, group account management, subscription for the home user. It's definitely an option. But have you ever tried to pair a Bluetooth device, standing next to 40 other people trying to pair Bluetooth devices. Not fun. Again, this is where I hope to see a lot of progression in this industry, especially around Bluetooth. It's a nightmare. It works. It's designed for one person, one device. Not really a group setting. And if you've got even your phone yourself, multiple apps, grab hold of that Bluetooth. If no one's really catching on to what I'm saying, try and pair Bluetooth to an older Garmin or... Will we see me at the Harrogate for the 2019 World Championships? Richard, I love a long haul flight. I could be anywhere for sure. Do I still race on Zwift? Haven't for a while, mate. I think the last hard race was over at London last year for CVR. Thoughts on Zada? Ask Ryan. Lots of thoughts on Zada and the appropriateness of using Zwift and data to verify people. It's I'll just sum it up. It's too easy to cheat. Way too easy to cheat. Too hard to verify. I think the only true verification we can believe in is the live events with certified equipment. Not to say everyone's out there cheating. Victor sends a ride on and some thanks for the channel. Awesome, thanks mate. I do appreciate it. There's a few long hours where I'd much rather be out on the bike than talking about power meters that don't deflect at 90 degrees in the correct way. But it's all part of the fun. Someone's got to do it. Hugh states that his Vector 3's hated his Wi-Fi being on channel 7 plus 11 bonded. Yeah, for sure. Because that's smack bang either side of where your amp works. 2.457 I think is amp plus. But yeah, channel 1 for Wi-Fi, or if you can, get rid of 2.4 altogether on Wi-Fi. Go 5 gig around the house. And just hope to hell you haven't got neighbours with nasty 2.4 gig devices. I do have my replacement Vector 3s in a box here. So there's only so many power meters I can tolerate. Is that the word? Test in a week. But I'll get back to the Vector 3s. Again, it's a roundabout I've been around already before, twice, 3 times. The goal for my Vector 3s are, I mean, I love the look of the Vector 3s. They're neat, small, low profile, light. I just want a pair that work. We'll get there. We'll give them every chance to get there. I'm still on my 12-month warranty price with the where I got them from. Over on the app that I had running here in real time, if we smash that center button right there, bam. In theory, that gives ride-ons to a couple of people around us. As we saw there, it didn't give many. Okay, it's recharged. Bang, there we go. It gave one out just then. Right on. Social Spinner asks, will he get the same out of racing on Zwift as a Le Mans as with someone on a kicker? It depends. It depends. You won't get the hills, but you'll get the effort. To move your avatar from A to B in a certain time, over say 2 minutes, it takes X amount of energy, watts. For someone on a kicker to move their avatar, same watts per kilo. You and a Le Mans, same watts per kilo. Someone on a trainer that maxes out at 7%, same deal, they still have to produce that energy. So, look, all my racing was done on a Le Mans, or the warm-ups for racing and training for hardcore racing Was it on Le Mans? What do I think about the new Trek Minone SLR9? I have absolutely no idea. To me, there's no real innovation in bikes that gets my interest up. Electronic group sets kind of do. The rest is just slap a new paint job on a bit of carbon and call it new. Talking about value for me, the price we see on new bikes these days, absolutely ludicrous. You think the Wahoo fan costs a lot, try buy a new bike. Damn. Clive says I should be doing this with this ride with Vaughn. Yeah, for sure. She'll kick my ass though. How do I manage to talk during these watts? I'm puffing a bit. What are we on, 300? We're just chilling. 2.8 degrees, that's outside. It's up there to remind me why I'm inside. What's the best dual-sided base power meter? Asks Chatlow. Well, I can't say the best, although standard media and PR sites and review sites will tell you what's the best, but they don't actually know what the best is for people. I can tell you what I ride and what I think works for me. I've had great experience with the P1s. They've been fantastic for over a year. They're aging now though. They're chunky. Competitors are on the market. Vector 1s and Vector 2s I steered clear of completely. Wasn't interested in the pods and the talking and the install. Eric Min, right on. Hey, that's the boss. The Asiomas came out of nowhere. I can't steer clear of the B Pros. Asioma Duos. I like those. Again, if something stays on my bike, typically it works pretty well. The Asiomas stepped up to the plate when the Vector 3s were playing up on me. As for what's best for you, you've got budget, you've got bike type, you've got cleat type, you've got multiple bikes. It's too hard. If someone tells you what the best is for you, they're typically selling you something. Alright, I'm just going to flip the chat up here so I can read it a little better. The Zwift is still up here. Would a power meter and a dumb trainer be suitable for racing on Zwift? For sure. Power meter with a Lamond, great solution. Giant has a new range. Awesome, when I snap this one in half, we'll have a look. I've been trying to snap this one on an indoor trainer. Doesn't happen. And as a discussion, it's died down a lot. Is using a carbon bike on an indoor trainer bad for your bike? You get a lot of people saying, absolutely it is. For sure it is. But we don't see broken bikes. We don't see the pictures. I've seen some people stuff their stays from not locking their bike in. We just haven't seen enough broken bikes for it to be a problem. I've seen more broken bikes from outside. My favourite recovery meal, chalky milk. Oh, shizzle. What's my opinion on virtual gear shifting? Asks Billy, good question. My opinion on it is, so I can't speak properly when the watts are high, is that it needs to feel like riding a bike. So, if we were to go attack now, that's instant. And pretty nasty on the chain. Virtual gearing, it's like patting a kitten. Oh, now it changes. Not racing. There's no aggression in it. So as long as virtual gear shifting is not like patting kittens, it's good. It needs bite. Ray discussed that on his take on the Virtua Pro bike. It had tactile clicks. And if there's no delay, that's what we're after. What do I think of the IQ2 power meter? I think it's hyped up far, far beyond what it needs to be. It doesn't exist yet. We've seen no data. What we've seen in the media is people telling everybody about it. There's no working prototype. We haven't seen it. They are, and I've said this a few times, not to smash on this one too hard, we've seen a pedal plug. You could have given me a remote to throw at my bike and I go for a ride with this on the ground. That's what we've seen of the IQ2 power meter so far. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yet a lot of people have put up their cash for one. Indicating there's a market there and a need for cheap power meters. But if you're watching the stream, if you're one of those 63,544 people, you probably know cheap power meters are interesting. So the IQ2, we've seen people doing giveaways on Zwift of the units. We've seen people review them without having them. I don't want to go too off the cuff here, but geez, calm it down. When the product is out and there's data and we know how they work, then we can read the reviews. But the rest, and to any of the media covering them at the moment, saying they're a proposition to buy. That's better. How did the big ring? So this is the flat course. Social Spinners calling it a night. Good job, mate. Thanks for dropping by. Let us know how you go with the Lama. I love it. But you might send the family deaf. Why don't more bike manufacturers introduce proprietary power meters and sell complete bikes? Proprietary power meters, I said integrated, I guess, probably a better word there. Cost. A dual power meter that works. You really can't get to the market under $1,000 Australian, which is a significant jump in a bike without a power meter. It'll come when prices come down, or the market accepts that we're paying 10 grand a bike and they factor that in. Quickly jumping up to Richard's question there, Di2 or mechanical? Is Di2 really worth the extra money? Worth and value again, hard one for me to answer. I run mechanical. I don't see the value in it just yet. If I can get a good deal on Di2, maybe. It's more toys. Is it the difference between winning or losing a race? Hell no. Is it the difference between 350 watts or 400 watts? Hell no. So it's really just preference. V6 versus V8. Actually, that's a bad analogy. V8s are going to win. But as for Adrian's question there about power meters being inbuilt soon, cash. Question there from, I'm sorry, Zavix, if I've slaughtered your name. Am I planning to do a review at 330 watts of other power meters? Yeah, for sure. Stages, I've done one of the Stages Gen 3 left. It's a good unit. I have a Stages Gen 3 left, right to put on this bike tomorrow. I'll commit to putting it on tomorrow. 4i. There's a few emails going back and forth between those guys. Oh, go the downhill. Whew. And we have to climb up the climb. I think we'll get this done. 47 Ks, it's going well. What time do we have here? 9:43. Okay. Runner up. I think the runner is right on, yeah. Nice one. Back over to the chat. How about next KD power meter? My review is up on that. That's, yeah, start to finish is still on that. Nothing's really changed. XKD appear to have a dual-sided power meter coming out soon, and a trainer. So again, with anything, if I can get my hands on it, I'm not actively going out and buying power meters that I won't use myself. So I have to get either demo units or an example. The other week was the Stages Gen 3 unit. That was a friend who had it. And before he installed it, he got me to review it. So it's not all freebies or media units you get access to have fun with the toys and send them back. It's whatever I can get access to myself. Victor discussed, if you want a cheap power meter, why not use the free Strava average normalized watts after the ride info? It shows more numbers than the IQ2. I like your sense of humor on that one. That is brilliant and technically correct. The Strava one, if you go for a ride on Strava without a power meter, it will estimate your power. It doesn't really factor into wind, group rides. It does okay. But I think we know how far we've ridden, don't we? Do we really need to be told we've gone for a hard ride? Walking up the stairs to work or into the house, you know you've gone for a hard ride. If you're feeling it in the legs tomorrow, that was a hard ride. Maybe have a day off, go again. I'm all for the data, don't get me wrong. Love the data, love the analysis, but it needs to be digestible and easy. It's got to be fun. I think Zwift have nailed it. So this is fun. There's numbers up here, numbers all over the screen, but I'm more looking for the other riders and the walkers that go past. That's what I'm noticing for these kind of rides. But hopefully the new stream is looking pretty good. We've got the live subscriber list over here next to my friendly Lama. There. And that's a live number, so if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe below. You'll see that number bounce up in real time. And hopefully you're enjoying the different screens and things I have set up here. I'll refine those as the days go on. There we go, Giant selling the Ultegra Di2 Giant TCR with a dual crank power meter and carbon wheels for $5,000 US. Now we're talking. Yug, mate, good info. I'll jump on the web and have a look at that after this ride. What do I think of the V-Power Garmin app? People say is close. Francisco. Is that a Connect IQ app that someone's made? Let me know. Feel free to shoot me an email on that one. I'm easy to find, Shane at shanemiller.net or GPLama@gmail.com. If anyone sees anything cool like that, yeah, let me know. Keen to have a look. Some I've got time to look at, some I read through the comments on a lot of apps and things and discard a lot, but it's not one that's popped up on my radar, the V-Power. Chetlo asks about the i4i, left only, wants to upgrade to the dual. Is it possible? I'm not sure. I haven't got any hands-on with the 4i stuff. Who you're after though is our good mate DC Rainmaker. Jump over and have a look at DC Rainmaker's review of the 4i. I'm sure he's got something up there. And just search within that about upgrade kit or upgrade. If it's not in Ray's post, it'll be in the comments. Absolute goldmine. I love Ray stuff. And the comments just add so much more value to it. So yeah, jump over there and have a look. I'm on the case with 4i for stuff covering here. Everything needs a Lama lab test. All right, I'll get back to some full screen. How do I set up a Zwift robot rider? Asked Miguel about testing different Zwift setups. The only robots that I do are offline for bike or wheel tests. Not in game tests. I don't have any motors to drive the trainers. It's all me. Look at my subs going down, yeah. Now the subs have been going well on the channel for a while. Had a big boost with that viral video from ceramic speed that went up. Got about 11,000 subs out of that. So look, there are going to be a few people who have clicked on sub and this content's not for them. That's cool. Do I use Trainer Road ever? I really like their plans. I don't have an account. I have in the past for a few things, but I don't currently have a Trainer Road account. So no. It'd be good for the Lama lab test, but it's kind of set up here in Zwift. It's working okay. Do more streams. But my subs are going down. People don't like the streams. Info Crank, yeah, no hands on, even though they're an Aussie company. Don't know. V-Power is a Garmin Connect app. Okay, cool. Why such a low cadence? Because I'm talking and I'm just going for a cruise. If you're going to pick up some milk at the shops, you're not doing it at 110 RPM. I'll sub back, don't worry, it's just for the meme. Lol. And they continue to drop. That's a good question. What's my max speed outside and max watts? Max speed, hang on while I give everyone a ride on there. About 102, 103k an hour down a hill called CRB Hill, Mount Hotham, with the Maven. There's a couple of years back now. Max watts, I think the most I've ever seen out of the pedals on the Monster Sprinter. My skill was more in the TT and out sprinting whoever was left, which seemed to work okay. I think 1375 at about 71 kilos, so whatever that is. Again, someone who can put out a longer sprint for less will always win. Max watts, if you can only do it for 1 or 2 pedal strokes, doesn't mean much. Alrighty, we're up the climb that Ray and I rode a couple of weeks back. Let's have a look at that in full screen. I've got to keep that arm in. Which arm? That arm. How often do I ride outside? At the moment, not a lot. It's winter here. It's about 50-50 come summer. How often do I ride outside? Yeah, 1375, Jesus help me. Best entry level power meter. Stages, left, 4i. Yeah. Depends what entry level is. Some people start learn to drive in a Ferrari, so. Is Zwift releasing new wheels or bike? What would I choose? I'd go the new haircut. John Quinn watching from Tucson, Arizona. Be nice and warm there today, I'm sure. A lot better than 2.5 that I've got up here. Do I have any issues with the cable Bluetooth bridge connected to an Apple TV dropping the signal when doing sprints? Didn't encounter any. Not to say there's no issues there. I haven't encountered any for my limited testing with that. Yeah, Wahoo Peddler power meter pedals. There we go, subs are up. You. Do I know if Zwift will increase the level cap some days? They're going to have to do something. Oh, they just increased the resistance cap on my trainer. This is where Ray and I park the RV. If you scrub back through our video, we're looking for somewhere to park the RV on the side of the road to ride the course. And as we're riding along on my full ride through, this top corner, so it's weird, I look for the RV every time. But the drone shot that I had was where are we? Somewhere around there was the drone shot that I had. Ray threw the drone up. We parked the RV in the bushes just there. Oh, this is getting hard. What's your favourite cyclist? Let's go to Jan Ulrich. He needs a bit of support today, doesn't he? -39 now we're talking. Quick training question, how long does it generally take to go from 2 watts a kilo to 3 watts a kilo? A year, mate. If anybody gives you an answer on that, go somewhere else for advice. It's not straightforward. It's not numbers based. Depends on your response, the training you do, your rest, your recovery, your physiology, your genetics, mostly from your mother's side. So what you can do though is just work as hard as you can with the time that you've got while you're still enjoying it, and see where you end up. Everyone has their own ceilings. Unfortunately, cycling's a cruel, cruel sport. Not one of those sports where if you work hard, you'll get to the top. It's not business. If you work hard, you'll get to your maximums. The fun part's trying to find out what that is. Stuart asks about my bottom bracket. It is a world of difference. Now I fixed everything up. No creaking. I'm hesitant to change anything now. I've got it nice and quiet. There we go. If you just tune into the live stream, if you see my watch, it's the kicker climb going up. If you see my watch disappear, the kicker climb goes down. Look, I think before chasing any numbers too high, like if you're just getting into cycling, I wouldn't do an FTP test. Enjoy it first. Learn about bikes. Find a group ride. Start beating a couple other riders there. Upgrade. You can start wearing Lycra. But if you jump in the deep end, FTP testing straight away, it's not what cycling's about. Got to enjoy it. And if you can combine the two later on, once you start leveling up, maybe a bit better bike, dual-sided power meter, smart trainer, then you can start taking it serious. But if you go from not riding bikes into FTP tests, dual-sided power meters, smart trainers, head units, it's all a bit too much, I think. Oh, you dip a car, won't let you lose super chat. Cheers, mate. I'll be back in the Netherlands for sure. What YouTube have for people with 100,000 subs, like twice as many as I've got? They have channel memberships for $5 a month. I think that'd be cool. So you become part of it rather than a subscriber, rather than a Patreon, rather than sending someone from a third-party website with a payment gateway. If you're watching here on YouTube and you become part of the YouTube family by becoming a member of the channel, that's much better. They've only enabled that for 100,000 subs though. The kind of people who are making good coin, or have the potential to make good coin out of YouTube as it is, doesn't make any sense. Also, if that does come along, for sure I'll enable that. Because anything that I can do more on the channel or with the channel, everyone wins. If it means getting one of those 4i power meters, hell yeah. Or a new Garmin Edge 1030. Haven't forked over for one of those yet. Von has one. D. Smith asks about the gooch. I appreciate the questions about the gooch. And yes, for sure, it does. Does a kicker climb help the gooch stay more comfortable with the different positions? Yeah. So the gooch, let's call it your sit bones, your sit area. On a standard trainer indoors, in one spot and static. With the climb though, you're moving up and down. You'll see me get out of the saddle a lot more on this. Because as the resistance kicks in, the front goes up, reminds me to stand up and give the gooch a bit of a rest. I need more tech stuff on the screen, sorry. Get the comments off. I have an app called Rain Parrot, and here in Australia, Rain Parrot is a little app that will tell you when it's going to rain, how soon away the rain's coming, and for how long. Brilliant little tool as a cyclist. I think it may only be Australian though. Just told me that it's about to rain, but given it's 2.6 degrees outside, I'm not going outside at 10 o'clock at night. Oh, and that's PM at the top too. It's just cascade of the text a little bit. Subs are going up. Yes. Where are we on course? Just right ons. And that bottom bracket is nice and quiet. Do I watch any cricket? Yeah, if it's on. If there's a test on. For sure. Nothing like a hot summer's day. Too hot to go outside. Test is on. Brilliant sport. $1,211 people online. Not bad. Can't get a drink bottle open. Patrick's thinking of buying a new bike. Our press fit bottom brackets, best avoided. I don't think you have a choice. Look, they're not bad once they're tuned. Or if you get a third party aftermarket bottom bracket, it fits the frame just perfect. So there are options out there. Well, a couple of questions, I'll pull those up. Any idea when Zwift will release Central Park course? You've seen several screenshots. Yeah, look, people have been photoshopping themselves with their avatars on that new course. It doesn't exist yet. Nobody has it. So, I'm not sure why people are photoshopping themselves into it. But when it's out, or the very second that it's out, I'm going to be pulling this up and doing this. We'll go for a ride on it. 10%, whoosh. Wahoo or Garmin? Both. Today I have an Element Bolt. It's not turned on. Yeah, tubeless setup, asked Adrian. Yep. Tubeless is going fine. Actually, I don't have wheels on my bike at the moment, so here's me looking down going, yeah, tubeless is great. What an idiot. The wheels I have out there are going fine, yeah. No problems. Tori, is it Tori? If I'm getting your name wrong, apologies. Ever since you got your Kicker 3, I've always had issues trying to do a spin down. Always times out. Okay. Within the app itself, I can actually do it here on the app. It'll stuff with my system. In the spin down menu, when it says perform a spin down, click 5 times on the text. And then down will pop the advanced spin down. If you haven't been doing that, do an advanced spin down. That should do the trick for you. If not, Wahoo support and see what they say. Yeah, don't use Zwift for spin downs. Yeah, good call. Question about which bearings I use. None in particular. I'd like to say I have a whole box of ceramic speed bearings they supplied after my video. No. No. Stock bearings are fine. Go to your local hardware store, or here in Ballarat, it's an agricultural city. I'd go down to a bearing place and get industrial strength bearings. Just high quality bearings. There's nothing really custom in a bike. Just need to know the numbers and yeah, use those. Spinning a bearing not under load is marketing. Looks cool, but if I wanted the fidget spinner, I'd have a fidget spinner. If I want a crank set that's under load, then I want to see it spin under load. Different things. And an angular load too. NTN SKF, absolutely. Look, if somebody is really interested in ceramic bearings or bearings in general, search here on YouTube for a channel called Hambini. Hambini. Apologies if I got that wrong, but Hambini. He'll have a little a gopher as the let me see if I can find Hambini on my other app here. He has a 20-minute video on bearings. That is, I was going to cover bearings and a little bit about get round to talk about bearings and things on bikes. I watched Hambini's video, which is pretty much a mic drop done. He's done it. That's all you need to know. Absolutely brilliant. That's who you're after right there, Hambini. Hambini. Search up his channel on bearings. Super interesting video. If you have a look at what else he does, bike bearings, what to buy, ceramic speed bearings versus steel bearings, very interesting watch. Creaking bottom bracket stuff. He's on the ball. Absolutely on the ball. Only 68 videos, which is still a fair chunk. But quality stuff, there we go. Shout out to Hambini on that one. Yeah, Hambini goes into the seals and everything, the drag. Okay, hopefully the stream's coming. Yeah, I'm blushing. Put in. Just chilling. Not even reaching for the bananas yet. Bludging. Yeah, I agree. Patrick says the hills are a vendetta against him. Question is, what else does Zwift do though? Because a trainer can only do resistance or not. That's all it can do. I do think they need to gamify erg mode or gamify the workouts a bit. That'd be cool. How often do we need to tune up a Wahoo kicker? Tune up? You do a spin down every month or two, maybe. Other than that, they're pretty rock solid. But people will snap a belt every now and then. If you're doing a lot of Ks, there's moving parts, things break. But they're pretty reliable. I know someone with over 70,000 Ks on their kicker. So it's not a rule that says X amount of Ks, one snapped belt. I've snapped one belt on a kicker after 20,000 or so. And the replacement belt's like $78 US or something, it's pretty cheap. How long do I plan on riding today? I think it's 47 Ks this loop. So a little bit to go. Ceramic Speed selling headset bearings is borderline criminal. Come on, you need to take those corners smoother. Everyone needs ceramic bearings in their headsets. I'm joking, don't anyone misquote me on that. Good question about just putting a kicker away after using it mean you should do a spin down when you next set it up. I think that's from the old Kicker 1 days, where there was a strain gauge, a physical strain gauge on the unit. I'd say no, but I haven't got the data on that. Now we're talking, weaponize the bicycle. The comments there in chat, for sure. More guns. Maybe a bit of Space Force. Whew, 1.5 Ks to go.
This is what I want to talk about today with you for a few minutes. I believe we
Capture the flag. Well, you've got Gold Rush. Gold Rush is there. Cycling Maven asked, big Saturday night. Rosef. Rosef? Rosef. Let's go with Rosef. For sure. I'm on the drink. We're on the bananas. Oh, if you're watching the live stream, if you're one of the 117 people, you can use the companion app on Zwift to give me a ride on. It will come through here on the screen. So you can check the stream delay. Thoughts on the new Strava pricing? That's about my only answer to that. A few ums and ahs. Look, what do we do? That's their company, what they charge. I want to support Strava. They ripped down my API access though, or everyone's API access for a certain number of things we're doing, pulling some cool stats out of events and rides and all that. For that. Look, I'll just say that Strava haven't done anything in a long time that's made me go, wow, cool. They've done a lot of things that made me go, what the I'll leave it at that. They're gonna make money somehow. Two-minute delay. Bam. We're near the top. 800 meters we are. Rock and roll. Let's get it done. Yeah, the no Strava live segments is one of the first things I turned off. I want to ride my bike. If I'm going out segment hunting, cool. I don't want it on all the time, and I don't want to see or be told that I'm not the cyclist I used to be. That's not fun. So I'd be surprised if the live segments feature's used a lot. Don't know. But what I've mentioned a few times in the past, that Strava have the kind of data they have on everyone. They know every ant ID you've ever owned or device, every head unit, when you've upgraded, how far you've ridden, your heart rate, your cadence, the temperature, the time of day you ride, where you ride, how hilly it is where you ride, if you ride in a bunch, if you race with other people, if you do events, if you go for a run, if you log your rides, and all the said metrics about that. Strava have a metric shit ton of data about people. They know whether you rise early or train late. They know when you're naughty and you're nice. Strava has more data on you than Santa Claus. That's why they don't want to turn off the free access version, because they're collecting a shit ton of information about everyone. I'd even think that they probably have enough information now on heart rate data where they could probably predict if you've got heart issues. They would have billions of data points on heart rate data. Age, weight, location, time of year, people dropping dead. I'm not joking, they've got that. But do they want to be liable for start telling about, using that data as a metric? Probably not. Sprint. There we go. It's all downhill from now, except the uphill sections. Hey, we've got some in-game chat going on. And I want to see a little stream hack I've got here. If I press M, not on that stream. I should have an auto respond here. If I press M and I press G'day, enter. Oh, it didn't press enter for me. I've got a pre-programmed G'day. It doesn't get any more Australian than that. Only thing more Australian would be if I was riding a kangaroo and it was going up and down on the front with a Vegemite sandwich. And it's all downhill from here. Let's go. If you're serious about the heart attack you had, damn, look after yourself. But oh, hi my bottom bracket. I had to speak up at one point. What could we use to replace Strava? The same thing we use to replace Facebook. There's not much out there. There's other things. Depends what you use Strava for. For the social aspect, which I use quite a lot. Look, I love sharing out what I do, the rides that I do. I get to go to some pretty cool places. Always trying to upload a photo, or if you dig into the data there, you'll see a few Lama lab tests and things. So I enjoy that. But if you're just looking for data yourself, Training Peaks, Golden Cheetah, Today's Plan, Exert is one on the scene at the moment, doing some pretty technical stuff. Right on scent. Let's go. But I do enjoy the social side of Strava. I don't know. How fast are we going? 82. Can we clock the 100? Where's the really steep part? 80. Look at that dude behind me there. Okay, just after town here, when it goes down again, we'll give it a little bit more. I'm getting a draft of some of these guys and kick around. It needs to drop off though. Where does it drop? No, we're down to 60. Come on. those negative 17s, need to know the course a little more than this. We're on this guy's wheel. Get the draft effect going. Too soon. Negative 10. It gets steeper through here. Let's do it. 82, 85. Come on. No. 1,000 watts. Still no 100k now. Runner. Should have gone for it just there. Yeah, that'd be the place to do it. Negative 15. Negative 11, yeah. So you've got to save it till after that section there. Need to learn the course a bit more. All right, coming down up the hill. And this definitely is like in real life too. This is the first time I read it. Oh really, 101 I got to? No. Or on yours, are you racing as well? Yeah, I was leaning around these corners the first time I read this online because that's what we did down the hill. Another lap, Ellie. No way, man. I'm cooked. Maybe with the aero power up rather than the draft, we could have got something done then. Trucks. Oh, that was cadence. Billy got himself a tread tracker. Awesome. Yeah, the tread tracker is a very interesting device. Such a simple solution. So a tread tracker, normally treadmills are horrible with speed and power and transmitting the speed of the belt. Most treadmills don't transmit speed, they just have it on the screen. So the tread tracker's a little arm that'll sit underneath, well, it's only small, and it pops up, has a little wheel, and it transmits the speed of the belt over Bluetooth. Such a simple design. Very, very cool. Victor's out of here. Thanks for tuning in, Victor. William's enjoying the trainer reviews. Cool. They're always a bit of fun. This year at Eurobike was pretty crazy for new trainers, but there's still more to come. There really is. Well, for example, the Kicker Core, our deep dive on that. Ray and I should have one of those out in a few weeks. Keith, yes, I'm on the 2018 Kicker right now with the climb on the front. I found a wheel to sit on. Awesome. That wasn't a bad route. I think when we hit the finish line, it will be all roads, all directions on the Innsbruck course. Slightly downhill coming up, is it? No, it's slightly uphill here. It drops off over the bridge. There we go. Must be colder than a rat tonight. It sure is, man. 124 people tuning in, I appreciate that. Hopefully having a bit of fun watching this stream. I've done a bit of work behind the scenes here to jazz things up a little bit. For example, we can check out Twitter while we roll. Current time here, that's 10:25 PM up the top there, which I'll fix the little PM on. It's what's up on Twitter at the moment. Mitchelton Scott. There's an interesting one there. Where is smart bike technology welcoming design cycling industry from Bike Czar? See, do we even have the terminology correct for smart bike? Because if you're going to a store and buying a smart bike, that's not what you're buying when it comes to these kind of things. So do we even have the terminology correct? There's no real standards in this industry, so people can call it whatever they want. That can be called Desmond if you want. There's no, what do you mean? Smart trainer itself was a bit mixed up as well because there became smart trainers and smart interactive trainers. Bit of blurring there. 24-hour time is best. Not for when I've got to do the math on it though. There we go, there's an ad for Wattbike and Apple. What's up on Zwift? The Zwift Academy, there we go. Just a shout out to the Zwift Academy setup. Yeah, I think smart bikes outdoors, we call them Desmonds, why not? It's going to be confusing. Cheers, Carlos. I've answered a question about laptop or Apple TV. If I recall, the summary was check out my Apple TV A to Z, because I have some direct comparisons there about Apple TV and the differences between PC version. Did I ever race alongside Sean Lake? No, Sean came into the sport, I think the last 2 years I was racing, but he was racing elites and I was in Masters, and he was absolutely smoking some TTs. But as to the local cycling scene these days and keeping across what those guys are up to, I've got no idea. Like, the NRS just doesn't exist. Sure, they've spun it up the last half of the season, but it's too late. We're done, we're cooked, it's over, it's dead to us. We don't even know, like, they can advertise it all they want. We have to reacquaint ourselves with the names and the teams and the sponsors. I feel for the teams who've had sponsors for 2018, who next is, oh, well, not next to zero coverage, absolutely zero coverage here in Australia. Sorry, I jumped down a rabbit hole with that. But yeah, Sean was on the team. Avanti, I think he ripped a new course record at the Tour of Bright time trial. One more 8% grade. It's not so bad. Cheers for the notes there, Kevin, on the production. Just thought I'd dress it up a little bit. Like, streaming, this is pretty cool. Except when I chop my arm off. There we go. Just to add a little bit more info to it, so we can have the phone, the chat, screen up, subs, messages. Almost there. How important or not do I think road feel is for the Zwift experience? Road feel as in road surface feel? It's not important at all. It's fun, and sure, all trainers should have it for a bit more immersion, but it doesn't change any of the training much at all. It's kind of nice being on smooth roads, But yeah. I'm sure it's something everyone will implement into their smart bikes. Or, I mean, it'd be silly not to. But if you're talking about the feel of a riding a bike, the inertia, the road feel, there's a lot to be done there with smart trainers. The Le Mans Revolution, I still put number one for road feel, ride feel. But like the climb, it's not a necessity. If you were really getting into climbing and you had a climbing goal, the best thing you can do for that is not eat and do long climbs. And yeah, that's a reality of it. I mean, it's a bit too PC to say starve yourself, but that's what we did. And that's, sure you can do it correctly and all that and refer to it in different terms. You gotta go hungry. Which trainer am I on now? Kicker 18, direct drive trainer with the kicker climb on the front. But is the kicker climb going to make you win the Tour de France? Nope. Is it going to make you win the local bunch sprint? Nope. Is it going to make you have a bit more fun indoors? Yeah, sure. Just like changing from a 42-inch screen to a 65-inch screen in front of you. Not much changes. Just the experience a little bit. Just like if you've got a small television in front of you, just sit a little closer. It gets a little bigger. If you want a trainer that just goes up hills and you're training for one specific hill climb, jack the front of your bike up and go. But it's kind of cool we have the choice to buy toys and devices that make things a little bit more fun indoors. Because let's be honest, if you've been training indoors from the old school days, there was none of this, none of this. All right, a few K to go. Over the bridge and we're done. Absolutely brilliant. If you have any questions, throw them in straight away. A couple more minutes to go, a couple more minutes. See, my English goes out the window. It's never been in the window, let's be honest. Woohoo! That's the climb. And there it goes again. Yeah, the old school pain cave. Out in the shed or in a garage. No fans. But no one to share it with ever. You used to get off the trainer and that was kind of it. You turn the lights off in the training room and go about your day. No one really knew what you did. But nowadays, you can, it's a social experience. Speaking of, I'll give everyone a ride on nearby. Rollers in the radio. Billy asks, do you have too many Bluetooth devices going at once, having problems connecting the Neo to Zwift on the phone? Yeah. The Neo will only ever connect to one head unit at a time, or one app at a time. If you have the Wahoo Fitness app open or another app open, you try and open Zwift, it won't see it. So the whole thing about turn your Bluetooth on and off again, that usually disconnects the connections from any of the apps that are holding those open. One thing to check on your Neo is if the light is solid blue, it's connected to something over Bluetooth. If it's not solid blue, then you should be able to connect to it. It should be in advertisement mode. So we're encouraging all the device vendors to go to Bluetooth. Is it 4.2? I think have the standard, but Bluetooth 5 and above. You can connect to multiple devices at once. So if something actually has that connection open, something can come along and override it. That's what we need. Zwift with a street view type of thing, my thoughts. Have a look at what Rouvy are doing. Rouvy are doing exactly that. It's a bit jumpy. And they're doing overlays as well of virtual things on the road. They're toying with that. But if you think about it, you need smooth 30 frames, 60 frames a second to make the experience feel real. That's what Zwift as a 3D environment can do, because it generates it on the fly. Do I think Zwift is worth it with just a speed and cadence sensor? Or do you think you need a smart trainer for it to be worth it? Nah, Zach, it depends what you want to get out of it. If you want good training, what Zwift is, it takes your mind off what you're actually doing. You're still pressing on the pedals, you're still sweating and suffering. You do that on the smart trainer, dumb trainer, put a can of beans on 2 nails and spin the thing around with your back wheel. Same deal, it's training. So what you get out of it is entirely what you want to get out of it. Keith asks about Windows. Do I find AMP Plus FEC Bluetooth mobile link, which is the most responsive connection? Responsiveness, I think Bluetooth feels more responsive, but I can't be asked setting Bluetooth up with the mobile app, which you have to do up here, and Bluetooth devices and pair things. I don't want to use a $1,000 phone to act as intermediary between my devices and my computer. That doesn't need to happen in 2018. So I refuse to do it that way. Connecting straight to iOS via Bluetooth is fine, but for here, I'm using my Tax Ant sticks, those little aerials. We'll go to 50Ks, we'll round up to 50Ks tonight. So AMP Plus FEC indoors here. Bluetooth works, but and there are solutions to get around things, but just as everybody getting onto Zwift, you need to break down the barriers of all how technical it is. I'm the same. I want it simple. I want to jump on the bike and go. All right, we'll see how many thumbs up we can give by smashing that center button, and we get 1 given. And we got 1 back. Awesome. The rider list at the moment, I believe, is a little broken on Zwift. So it says... oh, it's looking okay, but people have been chasing people who aren't there on the list. I think it goes both directions at the moment, so things may jump around. Alan watching from Mexico, New Mexico. The other Mexico. The one on the other side of the wall that isn't built yet. From the US, I love the US. I spent a month there already this year. Looking forward to getting back there. Because I found out where to get good coffee in the US. Hazard discusses the smart trainers are overrated for the price compared to the Le Monde. Have you seen what they charge for a Le Monde these days? I don't think they make them anymore. Le Monde 1.1's the 11-speed version of the Le Mondes. The ones with the white, black and white decals go for up to $8.99 Australian, nearly $1,000. That ain't cheap. Second hand, for sure. Yeah, Le Mondes are crazy expensive. If you can get a second-hand one, grab it and don't let go. They are brilliant trainers though, just for the road feel. I just wish they'd make one of those smart and quiet. Not gonna happen. Oh, 1K vert, really? That's some climbing. I'm gonna have to find a small hill. Williams lost 10 kegs. Is it 10 kegs from riding last year? Awesome. Good job, mate. Yeah, without Zwift, I wouldn't be doing an hour 44 indoors on 10:39 PM on a Saturday night. Any tips for climbing short, steep climbs from Sean? Sorry, having fun. I slaughter names. We know this. It's a theme. So Sean, depends on the climb. Are you talking sub 1 minute, sub 2 minute climbs, short steep climbs like that? Or are we talking 2 or 3 minutes? Because there's different energy systems, especially around the 40, like 0 to 45 seconds. There's sort of one energy system, and then up to about 3 to 4 minutes, another. 5 onwards, and then you're into more tempo riding. But for short stuff, balls out, go hard, fail at that hill, fall over, and die trying. Then you know the limit, and then back it off a bit next time. Easy. But it depends. There we go. 50k is 1,000 meters of vert. We missed a turn off. We're going to go to this roundabout. Let's go up the roundabout. But it's about knowing that limit. Like I was discussing before, somebody asked about what time it took for them to get to, or would it take for them to get to 2 watts a kilo FTP up to 3 watts a kilo FTP. You never really know. They may already be there. You've probably never been in the situation where you've had to fight for it. But give me a step test any day over a 20-minute steady state. Step test, much better. They hurt just as much, but they're over a lot sooner. So if I go around the roundabout up here, come back down this hill, get a few extra Ks. And you'll see my watch as the kicker climb goes. There we go. And down we go. Now, at what point do we go the long way around the roundabout? When I press down. Actually, let me think. We never will go the long way, will we? Rick from Holland, how you doing? Will I give the Melbourne Wanderble a crack in 2019? Absolutely not. The world's second longest race, or the second oldest race? There's a nice view there in Zwift. Check that one out. That's pretty cool. So I'm getting lost in the scenery. Yeah, look, to be even competitive in that, to finish that takes a lot of training, a lot of commitment. And it's just something I'm not going to commit to. That kind of, I don't ever have for a race that long. And kudos to the people who do and train for it. It's a great goal to have. There's even a finisher's medal for that one. 270, 290k race. Good mate Nathan Elliott's won it twice in a row. Brilliant racer. It's yeah, the investment into that is just insane. And I think the answer is not even if you paid me. And that'd be like, for someone like me at my level, or where I've been in the past, it'd be racing to finish, not racing to win at. Like, there's just, it's professional level racing with the fastest guys around. Alrighty, a couple of questions coming in just right here at the end. Patrick's looking for ghost riders in Zwift. Yeah, for sure. Past or previous PBs. That'd be fun for a little bit. But in a car racing game, when you're racing ghosts, it's all about technique. It's not an investment of energy. With cycling, you'll only ever be at your top peak once, in theory, because if not, you've surpassed it or you've gone better. So it can be a bit disheartening chasing ghosts of fitness past. So whether that's the reason why Zwift had kept them out, I don't know. It'd be kind of handy to have a motor pacer. I like that. Ellie asks about getting started again on a bike after 2 or 3 months without a proper ride. Just ride. Just go for a ride. Jump on the bike and go. Find a tailwind. Do it on a nice day. Don't do it in the rain. You'll hate life. But just jump on and ride. Just enjoy it. Do I use the kicker climb every time I ride? Yeah, because I haven't moved it. If I'm on another trainer or doing a video that's sort of all other things, like for example, it's an elite-based video or a tax-based video where I sort of brand everything nicely on the chance they'll get a retweet or a link on their blog or something just to make it look nice and neat. I won't put like the climb on an incompatible trainer. But the Kicker 18's been here for a while. The Neo's next to me at the moment. Von was riding that today. Alright, so how's the OCD going? What numbers are we up to? I've got to do 53Ks, don't I? And I'm not going to the 2 hour mark. We are done here. We'll go 53Ks, that sounds good for me. But thanks everyone for coming along as well. We're just about to finish up here. That sub number went up a little bit. I should have the Lama like run across the screen or something when it goes up. I'm not sure what I'll do when it goes down. It went down a bit too. But if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button over there. And you'll be notified when we go live. Hopefully we can do a couple more of these soon. Maybe we can do a group ride. We'll have to get the time sorted out for everyone though. 10:45 Saturday night. That works for me. Works for me. 54. Wannabe athlete, mate, just for you. We're going to 54. Because it's downhill a little bit around the corner. I hope so, if not you're pedaling. That'll almost be the start finish. Alright, we'll round it up, 54. What was unlucky about 53? The night train. How did that come up? Oh, that was because I was following him on there. Right. Now how do I go back? I can send night train nothing. There we go. Down on the keyboard, back to map. Yeah, and you thought I knew everything about Zwift. I'm only just beginning. I'm still figuring it out. We at 54 yet? Come on, this is your fault, wannabe athlete. I want to be eating dinner. Here we go, that's at the start finish line. Hey, yeah, there we go. Nah. This has become a bidding war. I'd have to do tip jars for extra Ks. Then I'll ride if you paid me. No, it's not going to happen. Alright, 200 meters to answer the question, which is the best trainer at an affordable price? Look, some of the lower level, and that's a pretty lower level price there. Look, some of the tax offerings, the flow. Was a super cheap one, worked alright, but look, just shop around, read reviews, jump on YouTube. I've got tons of videos out about the cheaper trainers. We've just hit 54Ks and I'm still talking. It depends on your equipment as well and what you need. So just jump online, jump on YouTube, jump on looking for reviews. Bidding 200Ks. For 2 grand, I'll do 200Ks. Actually, no, not even for 2. I'm not going to do that for 2 grand. Don't even think about it. But yeah, best comment about, or best reply, I guess, for the which trainer to buy, just jump online and grab the reviews. And to see if they're the ones for you. But also buy from a reputable reseller or a shop who will help you out. If you walk into a store and they want to help you, awesome. If you walk into a store and they don't want to help you, go to the next store. DC Rainmaker's in the house. Here we go, and we can put him up on the big screen there. Just came back after pedaling across town. Yeah, but Ray, you're on an e-bike though. Was it really pedaling? That's the question. If that If that bike was full of gear though, okay, well. Everybody drop in a g'day to Ray while he's here. Quick, quick! Because I think I'm going to hit 55Ks. Whoever voted 55Ks, you're going to win this one now. You win this time. Oh, FYI Ray, if you're just in, I've just set up my my streaming setup here so we can kick in a few different screens, but this will allow me to do a few, I guess, real-time examples or real-time things in Zwift, sprints and things, if I can record them using this setup. Once I get all the screens right, it's going to be a little easier. So we've got the chats up, we've got the phone up here in real time. Or we can put it over there to full screen. So, cool. I'm using the Elgato Stream Deck. Oh, I've even got a couple of Be Right Back screens as well. 2 IKEA chairs and a watch. Okay. It was definitely a ride across town then. Are we there yet? 55. See, it's this. I can't. You know, I'm only like 3 minutes off 2 hours. Alright, 2 hours it is. Ellie, have a look at Ray's Instagram that he doesn't post on a lot. Ray, keep posting more Instagram stuff. I think there's a couple of shots of Ray putting all the bikes and everything in that cargo bike. Now, it was called, my memory is shocking at the moment. Did it have a kangaroo on it? What was there? There was a link there. It was not a cargo bike. It was a. Here's what we call tip of the tongue phenomenon in psych. It was. Shit, we're going to 60. No, we're going for 2 hours. We're going to 2 hours. That's it. That's it. Anyway, race cargo. I can't think of the name of it. It is something. It's got me. I'm going to Google it after this. No, we're going to 2 hours. That's it. We're going to 2 hours. Hang on, what's the sprint time? 11. Okay, I'm not going to... Okay, we'll go for the sprint. I hate you all. I hate you all. I'm going to drop the feather. Just wait. 11 seconds. We can sprint for 11 seconds, can't we? Damn it! Boom! Here's where I go. Just kidding. I'm good. 10 flat. We still haven't done 2 hours yet. I know there's a hill that way. Let's go this way. What's the reverse sprint? $18.82, nah. Not even with the helmet. But see, now I have to spin down after that. Now, Zwift sprints are kind of weird. I could even do that'll be a fun video to do. Let me just chill the music a bit. Because Zwift sprints aren't about the fastest speed or the first one across the line. I mean, it's intuitive, but I didn't get this the first couple of times. It's about the maximum speed from the 2 points. So you've got to be at maximum speed at the start of the sprint, all the way through to the end. So if you were to hit that start line and then start sprinting, your bike slowly comes up to speed. You'll be at maximum speed across the line, but that's not what it's timing. It's timing A to B, which is completely different to a race. What have I done that got up to your sprint from 850 to 900 to... I've always hit around 1,000 to 1,100 indoors without much training. It's just the numbers that I hit. And outdoors, I was only ever capped to, what did I say before, 1375 is the highest I've ever hit. But maximal numbers doesn't really matter a lot on Zwift. You can hit 1,500 watts for 1 second, but it's about your 5 seconds, about the sustained power. But the trick with the jerseys is sustained sprint. So you've almost got to double the sprint length, especially for the short 10-second one then. I need the Lama to go green though. Always more to do. Peter watching from rainy, no sunny Manchester. I bet you it's still warmer than 2.6 degrees, which is what we've got outside. Sprinting indoors is also a little bit different technique than sprinting outside. Indoors, it's straight up and down. Outdoors, it's about heaving the bike and getting maximum force on some really weird angles. Well, they're natural angles, but you're not going to get them indoors. Even on a rocker plate, you're not going to get the same kind of free, lightweight throwing of the bike. It has to be timed just right. So indoors, it's more straight down, like smashing straight down. Then, like outdoors, it's always well, you can't see the handlebars, but until I do this. So outdoors, you're throwing the bike side to side. Well, I can't even show you because it's not throwing, but it's more that. Indoors, it's this. So that's manual mode anyway. Mates can hit 2400 watts. It's ridiculous. BMX mates, yeah, for sure. They're a lot smaller cranks, a lot smaller gears, massive torque on those things in the gear ratios that they run, high cadences. But you ask those guys to go hard for a sustained 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, FTP ain't gonna happen. They'll be fit, but you got one or the other. All right, we are done now. We are totally done. I'm not chasing any more numbers. Was it 53 I got to? Yeah, nice one, Zwift effect. Whew. And down go the subs. Someone didn't like the sprint. All right, finish line. That's it. Finish line. I promise. That's it. And we're done. What's my favorite bike brand? Don't have one. No. Sorry. But when you're looking forward in a race and you're like right now, I'm looking at the camera. I couldn't tell you what bike. Doesn't really matter. No. Nothing grabs me, and they're all about the same. There we go. This is the finish line. Don't tick over to 58.6. There, park it, park it. Good avatar. I'm 2Ks off 60. Ellie, mate, you can do that extra 2Ks for me. Hang on. I'll even drop the power up to waste it. Ready? Burn. Alrighty, we'll leave it there. That stream has seemed to work just fine, even though YouTube is complaining that I have my keyframe rate frequency incorrect. We'll go fix that for the next time. That's a bit of fun. I'm going to schedule another one of these. It'll be up on YouTube. I'll do one of those scheduled live streams, then jump into one of those so people know it's coming up. But it's going to be a tough one given where I am in the world, which is opposite to everyone else. A lot of people from the US. It's probably very early in the morning there at the moment for most of that. Anyway, is what it is. Alrighty, hope you've enjoyed this one. This has been a bit of fun. We'll be back next time. But again, any questions, any comments, always appreciated. Subscriptions especially. They just keep things ticking along nice and keep the channel relevant to the algorithm there on YouTube. And as we saw before, Ray Maker was in the house. So again, if you're not subscribed to Ray, get over to Ray's channel as well. Heaps of fun there. Lots of complimentary content for his channel with what I cover as well. So it's all good, fun and games. All right, people, have a great day. Sunday, is it? Saturday, just starting for a lot of people. Have a good weekend and stay tuned for more power meters I'm going to put on this bike shortly. All right, have a good one. Thanks for coming.